Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tonight Show with Jeff and Cody. Tonight, I have a very special guest with us. His name is Adolf Hitler.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey.
thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Hitler. I thought Nazi camp didn't let out till 8 o'clock. Did you decide to skip arts and crafts? Okay, you ready, Almond?
Yes, I'm ready.
Alright. Here we go. About yourself.
Well, I was born April. I can't do this. And,
You didn't start taping yet.
born on 20th of April in 1889 in Austria. And then in 1909 well, I was born on the 20th of April in 1889 in Austria. In 1909, I moved to Vienna, hoping to find work, but within the first year I was in soup kitchens and homeless shelters. And it was a horrible time for me. I took many old jobs and sold some I took occasional jobs and sold some of this. Ready? Is it on?
Go.
Okay. In Vienna, I developed my hatred of foreigners and Jews. In 1913, I moved to Munich in southern Germany. I immediately volunteered to join the German army. My skills for publicity and a speaker as I transformed into the Nazi party.
When did you first overthrow Germany government? Alright.
Wait a second, I gotta go in the other room.
I hate. When did you first overthrow Germany government? When did you first overthrow Germany government?
In 1923, I led an attempt to overthrow the Bavarian. How do you say that? In 23, I attempted to overthrow the Bavarian government. In 1923, I attempted to overthrow the Bavarian government. Jeff! In 1923, I attempted to overthrow the Bavarian government, but as you can see, my attempt failed. Do you want me to start? I was sentenced months in prison, where I dedicated my book, Mein Kampf, which means my struggle. I was sentenced to 9 months in prison, where I dedicated my book, I was sentenced to 9 months in prison, where I dedicated my book, Mein Kampf, my struggle. Alright. After 1925, I rebuilt my Nazi party and decided that I had to get more power by democracy rather than by force. The Wall Street crash in 1929 and the subsequent worldwide depression hit Germany hard, very hard. Well, I did what I had to do just to get the power and the leadership.
When did you become president or get such a great leading position? Okay, so when did you get... Okay, so when did you become president or get such a great... Okay, okay, so when did you become president or get such a great leadership? Just go.
I became chancellor in 1933, and a year later I became president, and used the title Der I became chancellor in 1933 and president in 1934, just a year later, and used the title Der I became chancellor in 1933, and just a year later, in 1934, I became president and used the title leader. During the 1930s, I was Nazified. I Nazified Germany. I wasn't Nazified. Removing any potential opposition and establishing my ideas for a greater Germany. I led Germany to a war, and I gotta redo that.
Dude, what
That
are you
was
doing?
horrible.
It's my next.
I became chancellor in 1933, and a year later, in 1934, I became president, and used the title leader. During the 1930s, I Nazified Germany, removing any potential opposition and establishing my ideas for a greater Germany. Get up here.
Cut. War with Jews, huh?
Yes, I led Germany to war in 1939 and tried to exterminate the Jews and other groups in Germany. When Germany was defeated in 1945, I married his mistress, Eva Braun, in his bomb-proof bunker in Berlin. I shot myself on 30th of January in my foot.
Of April, dummy.
Did I give you your pencil? Ready? Alright. I led Germany to war in 1939, and I
Omen! Not from there. I'm.
his mistress, Eva Braun, in his bomb-proof bunker in Berlin. I shot myself on the 30th of April.
How'd you get so much support? Good laugh. How did you get so much support?
Well, I was incredibly successful at gaining support with my speeches, as I was incredibly successful at gaining support with my speeches to the people. People in Germany, were tired of their poor quality of life. I promised to make Germany proud again. It was exactly what people wanted to hear. I pledged something for every part of German society. Germany society. To farmers, I promised higher prices for their produce. You know, making up for all their losses due to the depression. To unemployed workers, I promised jobs, building public works, such as roads and stadiums. To the middle class, to restore the profits. I promised to restore the profits of small businesses, and to the value of savings, and to the end the community.
Oh my.
To the middle class, I promised to restore the profits of small business and the value of savings, and to end the communist threat.
Just get the.
Middle class, I promised to restore the profits of small business and the value of savings, and to the end the communist threat. To all Germans, I promised to restore German honor by tearing up the hated Treaty of Versailles.
Versailles.
Versailles. To all Germans, I promise to restore German honor by tearing up the hated Treaty of Versailles, and by making Germany great again.
The Nazi Party rose. What happened?
Well, the rise of the
Cut that.
the rise of the don't
Go.
the rise of the Nazi Party was achieved over an incredibly short period of time. 10 years, in fact. The failure of the push the failure of the push led me to realize that the only way
Yep.
the failure of the push led me to realize that the only way I could achieve power was through Maastricht. The failure of the push led me to realize that the only way I could achieve power was through democratic legal means. As soon as the push was over, I was about reorganizing the party to enable such a turnaround in the party's fortunes. The party played on historic fears and complaints with great effect. I used the Treaty of Versailles for political gain, blaming the Jews, often on a scapegoat in Europe. What the hell?
So what was the essay? What was that all about? How's that?
Well, this essay was,
Did you get it
special
already?
arms.
It's your turn, Omen.
Oh. Well, the essay is like the special arms. Alright. Like the essay is like the special arms, and we deployed them to break up the communist meetings, which won the approval of the very, very nervous middle class.
Hey, I got. Right now we're going to have our intermission, so. And we're back with Cody and Jeff's news. So, when did you become so high and powerful?
By 1923, I was the leader of the Nazi Party. With inflation running high, I thought the time was ripe for my party to seize control in Germany. This is when I plotted to overtake it.
Right you are. What happened to your plot when you planned to overtake it?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was a disaster. The plotters had not planned things carefully enough, and I lost all my nerve. I spent most of my time in this crisis making speeches to my own supporters in a beer hall. When Ludendorff finally persuaded me to lead the march through the streets, the police fired at me and my marchers, and me and the Nazis just ran away. 2 days later, I was arrested. I received a 5-year prison.
Dude, I have another question. What were your punishments?
Well, I received a 5-year prison sentence for the munition.
What were your punishments for that?
Well, I received a 5-year prison sentence, but prison was very comfortable for me, and I was let out after serving less than a year. I spent most of my time then writing a book about my ideas. The Weimar Republic appeared to have no idea how to solve the problems of the Depression. The Nazis, on the other hand, had promised to solve the problems. I promised most groups in Germany what they wanted. I used the Jews and other sections as scapegoats, blaming all the problems on them. But to Germans at the time, I made sense. I united everyone by providing explanations for Germany's problems.
Thank you. Looks like we're out. Well, looks like we're out of time for today. Thank you, Adolf.
It's off.
So, we're all out of time for today. Thank you, Hitler. For being on the show.
No problem. Jesus.
Alright, looks like we're about out of time here. Thank you, Hitler.
Thank you very much for having me on the show.
Yeah.
Good, buddy. Yeah.
Thanks. Tell you walk off when I shake your hand. Thank you, Hitler, for being on our show.
Thank you for letting me.
Thank you, Hitler, for being on our show.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. Good night.